Hey there, and welcome to Discover Top 5. If you're someone who loves exploring the world around you and uncovering surprising facts, trends, and stories, you're in the right place. Here on our channel, we dive deep into some of the most fascinating topics and uncover the best and sometimes the worst of everything from the wonders of nature to the quirks of urban life. We've got something for everyone. Whether it's the top 5 most beautiful cities, the most bizarre food trends, or the most shocking facts you won't believe, our team at Discover Top 5 is here to bring you insightful and exciting content in bite-sized, easy-to-digest lists. We're all about helping you learn something new every time you tune in. Now, in today's video, we're tackling a subject that's both surprising and eye-opening. We're going to look at some of the biggest cities in America, places that were once thriving urban centers but now face some major challenges. While many people dream of living in these cities, the reality for residents has shifted dramatically over the years. From skyrocketing crime rates to economic struggles and weather disasters, these cities are not as inviting as they once were. But before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video from Discover Top 5. We have tons of amazing content lined up, and we don't want you to miss out. So, grab a seat, get comfortable, and let's dive right into today's list. You might just be surprised by what we uncover.
Let's start with New Orleans. This iconic city is well known for its jazz music, Mardi Gras celebrations, and vibrant culture, but it's also facing some tough realities. Beneath the lively exterior lies a city struggling with significant challenges. One of the most alarming statistics is New Orleans' crime rate. The city consistently ranks as one of the most dangerous in the United States, with approximately 280 murders reported annually. It's no surprise that safety often feels like a distant memory. The high crime rates aren't just a result of random violence but also stem from deep-seated socioeconomic issues and a thriving drug trade. Add to that a history of institutional corruption, and you have a city where crime seems to perpetuate itself. Another major challenge that New Orleans faces is the lasting effects of Hurricane Katrina. The devastation caused by the storm in 2005 reshaped the entire city. Entire neighborhoods were flooded, homes were destroyed, and thousands were displaced. While some areas have been rebuilt, the city's population hasn't returned to pre-Katrina levels. The storm revealed how vulnerable New Orleans is to natural disasters, and the long-term recovery has left the city with deep scars that continue to affect its residents today. Next up, Kansas. This may seem like an unlikely candidate for cities in crisis, but the reality is that Kansas presents its own set of challenges. Situated in the heart of Tornado Alley, Kansas is no stranger to extreme weather. Tornadoes are a constant threat, particularly in late spring and early summer, with an average of 60 tornadoes reported annually. These powerful storms can strike with little warning, and residents have to remain vigilant. While modern forecasting techniques help to warn of severe weather, there's always a sense of uncertainty hanging in the air during storm season. But Kansas problems don't stop with weather. Job opportunities in certain areas can be scarce, particularly in rural towns. The state's economic landscape isn't as diversified as larger cities or more prosperous regions, which can leave many residents struggling to make ends meet. On top of that, the cultural isolation in more rural parts of Kansas can make it feel like life is a little disconnected from the urban excitement found elsewhere in the country. It's a state that has a lot to offer but can sometimes feel like a place where opportunity and growth are hard to come by. Minneapolis might be known for its charming lakes and parks, but this city also has its share of challenges. For one, the winters here can be brutal. Temperatures regularly plummet below freezing, and snow is a constant companion from November to March. While the locals may pride themselves on their ability to handle the cold, it can make daily life tough. Shoveling snow, battling the chill, and navigating icy roads are just a few of the burdens that winter brings.
But it's not just the weather that gives Minneapolis a tough reputation. The city also has a history of racial segregation that continues to impact its residents today. Throughout the 20th century, policies like redlining and discriminatory housing covenants prevented Black families from living in certain areas, which has led to lasting disparities in wealth and opportunity. This legacy of inequality is still visible today, with significant gaps in income, education, and employment opportunities. Adding to the mix is the city's political landscape. Minneapolis is known for its liberal politics, with the Democratic Farmer Labor Party dominating the scene. While this works for some residents, it leaves little room for political diversity or debate. If you don't align with the dominant political ideology, it can sometimes feel stifling and lacking in diversity of thought. Moving on to Little Rock, Arkansas. This city may not have the brutal winters or tornadoes of some of the others on this list, but it faces its own unique set of problems. Crime, particularly violent crime, has been a persistent issue in Little Rock. Violent crimes like assault, robbery, and even homicide have made headlines in recent years, and while the city is working to improve safety, it remains a significant concern for residents. Economically, Little Rock is a city struggling with poverty and unemployment. Though it serves as the state capital and has government jobs, these positions aren't enough to sustain the local economy. The city faces a stark contrast between wealthy neighborhoods and those that are economically disadvantaged, leaving many people feeling disconnected from the promise of upward mobility. It's a city where the American dream seems just out of reach for a significant portion of its residents. And just like Kansas, Little Rock is also located in Tornado Alley. As such, the city regularly faces the threat of severe weather. Residents here need to remain on high alert when storm season rolls around, as the danger of tornadoes is ever present. St. Louis is a city with a rich history, but also one facing modern challenges. One of the biggest problems St. Louis has faced in recent decades is the shrinking population. Since the 1950s, the city has seen nearly half of its residents leave. This dramatic drop in population has had a ripple effect on everything from the local economy to the city's infrastructure. Fewer people means fewer businesses, less money for public services, and a general sense of decline that can feel hard to overcome. The city's crime rate is another major issue. While efforts have been made to reduce crime, St. Louis still struggles with violent crime, property crime, and general insecurity. Even though the city has made some improvements such as a decrease in homicides in recent years, the overall crime rate remains high. This can make the city feel unsafe for both residents and visitors alike.
St. Louis is also home to deep racial divides, both in terms of income and opportunity. The city's black and white populations are almost equally split, but racial tensions and disparities in wealth persist. These long-standing issues continue to affect St. Louis, highlighting the complex dynamics that still define life in this city. Detroit once thrived as the automobile capital of the world, but it has faced significant struggles in recent decades. Poverty is one of the biggest issues here, with nearly half of Detroit's children born to single mothers, and the child poverty rate hovering around 60%. This deep-rooted poverty is compounded by a declining job market, which has left many people with little hope of financial stability. Despite these challenges, Detroit is showing signs of recovery. The city has made progress in reducing its crime rate, with the number of homicides decreasing year over year. However, economic instability and high unemployment rates continue to be a problem, making it difficult for the city to fully recover. The population dynamics in Detroit are also a reflection of its struggles. While the metro area has seen slight growth, the city itself continues to lose residents. Many people are moving to surrounding areas where the job market is more robust and the quality of life is better. This exodus has left Detroit with a shrinking tax base, which further compounds the challenges the city faces in rebuilding. Lubbock, Texas, may not come to mind when thinking of cities in crisis, but it too has its challenges. Lubbock's infrastructure is often criticized for being outdated and poorly maintained. Poor road conditions and inadequate public transportation can make getting around the city a hassle. With a growing population, many residents feel the strain of living in a city that hasn't kept pace with its growth. Economically, Lubbock faces its own hurdles. While it boasts a diverse economy rooted in agriculture and manufacturing, the city's median household income is still relatively low. Despite being an affordable place to live, many residents are working long hours with little financial reward. The job market here doesn't always offer the high-paying opportunities that many residents need, and this economic stagnation can make life in Lubbock feel like a constant struggle. Socially, Lubbock is a city of contrast. While it is home to Texas Tech University and a vibrant music and art scene, it also struggles with a reputation as a party town. With a nightlife that can sometimes overshadow more family-friendly aspects of life, residents may feel torn between the city's youthful energy and its less desirable traits. Moreover, Lubbock's relatively high crime rate can also be a concern for many families. Albuquerque, New Mexico, might seem like a laid-back place with its rich cultural heritage, but it has its own share of issues that make living here difficult. Situated between the Sandia Mountains and the West Mesa, Albuquerque's location contributes to both its beauty and its challenges. The desert climate can be harsh, with scorching summer temperatures and chilly winter nights. This extreme weather can make it difficult to enjoy the outdoors and can be a shock to newcomers who aren't accustomed to such conditions. Crime is another significant issue in Albuquerque. The city has struggled with rising crime rates in recent years, and it continues to face challenges in keeping residents safe. Urban sprawl has also taken its toll on the city's unique identity, as rapid development has threatened its historic character. While the cost of living is lower than in other major cities, Albuquerque still struggles with high crime rates and a loss of community identity. Anchorage, Alaska, is known for its stunning natural beauty, but it's not without its own set of challenges. Winters here are long, dark, and bitterly cold. Snow is a constant presence, and temperatures regularly plummet well below freezing. The isolation of Anchorage adds to its challenges, making everyday goods more expensive as they have to be shipped from far away. Anchorage also grapples with social issues, including high crime rates and a reliance on the oil industry, which can make the city vulnerable to economic fluctuations. Though it remains a vibrant city with a strong sense of community, these issues can be a deterrent for those thinking about making it their home. Lastly, let's talk about Memphis, Tennessee. Known for its music and cultural significance, Memphis faces some serious issues when it comes to crime and economic development. The city consistently ranks high in crime, particularly violent crimes, and this can make it an intimidating place for residents and visitors alike. While the city's rich history and music scene continue to attract tourists, the challenges of living here can't be ignored. The city's economic struggles are compounded by high poverty rates and limited job opportunities in certain sectors. Many people in Memphis are finding it difficult to make ends meet, and the city's aging infrastructure only adds to the sense of decline. Public transportation is unreliable, and potholes are a common sight on the streets.
And there you have it, folks, some of the most surprising, shocking, and eye-opening facts about cities in America that you might want to rethink before calling home. It's always interesting to take a closer look at the places that make headlines and uncover what's really going on behind the scenes. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Are there any cities on this list that surprised you? Or maybe you have some other cities you think should have made the cut? We're all ears, so drop us a comment and let's keep the conversation going. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. Showing some love for the content helps us bring more exciting videos your way. And if you're not already subscribed, now's the perfect time. Join the Discover Top 5 community and become a part of our growing family. We've got a ton of awesome videos planned, and you won't want to miss any of them. So hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you're notified the moment a new video drops. We're always diving into the most interesting, weird, and fascinating topics, so if you want to stay informed and entertained, you know what to do. Also, don't forget to check out some of our other videos. You never know what cool top 5 lists you might stumble upon next. From incredible places to hidden gems, we're here to help you discover the world's best and sometimes the craziest things. Thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate your support, and we can't wait to see you again in our next video. Until then, take care, stay curious, and keep discovering. See you soon, right here on Discover Top 5.